today I'm going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7 episode 4. I'm not going to go through everything because I got to hurry up and take my kids to school. But I'm just going to talk about each person or just different things. So I'll probably be all over the place. First we're going to start off with Candy and Todd because the storyline really wasn't big. Her and Todd is in the office and they're talking about the business or whatever and how her brand is not going up or like it's supposed to be or whatever. They start something, they don't finish or whatever. So Todd is basically talking about they need to talk to everybody, talk to the team. She tells Todd to come and talk to the team with her or whatever because she like, Don Juan is going to think that it's coming from you, blah, blah, blah. So they go talk to Don Juan and her best friend, Cantme is that her name? Carmen. And Johnny. And they basically, Candy starts out to tell them how she feel and how, she tried to get some classes, started songwriting classes, and they never fell through with it or whatever. So she just wants everybody to work together, whatever. Yeah, Don Juan gets in his feelings, get quiet, and feel like it's coming from Todd. So then she has a talk with Don Juan or whatever because he comes to the office pouting like a little baby. And he feel like, but he blames Todd like I said. And she's like, no. And he's like, I told you last time, like right before they got married or whatever, that once he become your husband, then you gonna let him say stuff and all that. I'm like, that's what a marriage is. And if you can't get with that program, maybe you need to find another motherfucking job. Okay, I understand a lot of people feel like this is what's gonna happen with Candy, but that's what happens in a fucking marriage. And like I said, if you can't get on the program, maybe you need to find another job. He goes and talks to Todd or whatever and tried to go in on Todd. And Todd just basically tell him, like, Candy's my bitch and I'm trying to see her win. And as your job, you need to have a team. You need to be able to build a team, delegate positions, and not have to worry about it. He felt like Don Juan has that thing where he can do that. You know what I'm saying? He's a good manager and he felt like he is good enough where he can build a team where that everything don't have to be on his shoulders. And I'm glad that Don Juan kind of saw that, but it felt like he just wanted to shut Todd up. Then all that shade he was throwing up in the confessionals, I'm telling y'all that last night would have been his last night working for me. All that Todd needs to step on a stepping stool and all that shit is fucking out of line. I don't give a fuck how long you've been working for me, but work is work and personal is personal, and to me you was taking a little bit too personal. Okay, moving on. Claudia and Portia whole beef thing. Claudia feels some kind of way because when they first was going to work, Portia was speaking to her. All of a sudden, Portia stopped speaking to her once she found out Claudia and Kenya was hanging out. So Claudia felt some kind of way. I felt that energy, the same energy Claudia felt when it came to Portia. And then when she confronted Portia or whatever, Portia was like, oh, it wasn't like that. It wasn't personal. And I'm like, okay, you coming in. You a bitch. Portia's a straight bitch. I don't know what's up with her this season, but girl, boo. You are not all that and then some. No, you're not even the all that and a little or something. I can't with Portia. Because like I said, I felt the shade that she was throwing too. We grown. And that's how you're supposed to act. All that, when she brought up Kenya and them needing to talk and all that, Portia acted like a little fucking child, pulling out that lotion, putting on lotion, talking about, have you ever had time for it and all that kind of stuff. Label whore. Bev was right on Watch What Happens Live. It's y'all all are fame label whores on this motherfucker. But all that little petty ass little conversation that Portia was doing was endless fucking short, and she needs to grow the fuck up. Portia, Candy, Nene, and Favor meets up. And they're at this spa day and they're talking about everybody. Well, basically. They basically was talking about Kenya and Apollo and Cynthia. And that whole Y'all grown ass women, y'all have nothing better else to do and talk about, really. And then Portia. All that shit she was talking about Cynthia, cause let me tell y'all, that thing with Cynthia, Kenya, and Claudia going shoe shopping and don't want to show their toes, I can care less about. But yeah, they go to the spa day or whatever, and they gossiping. Nene's throwing shade at Apollo going to jail, talking about Phaedra losing weight because Apollo going to jail and all that. I'm like, Nene, you and all your confessional shade, don't say no when people start tweeting about you, and when things come up in the reunion, don't act like dumbfounded. I'm just saying, you get real dumbfounded when people bring up the shit you want to say it. So then they talk about Candy start drinking or whatever. Then they start talking about the whole Cynthia thing and Portia little meetup. And Portia was talking about how Cynthia came and she had got Botox and how she was a robot. She did a robot read and they was like, what's that? And they was like, when your husband write down all your stuff. And I'm like, girl, really? Now you putting Peter in this. Now you gonna get mad when Peter start tweeting about your ass because you ain't mentioned him up in the fucking show. They talked about how Cynthia called her long face with long hair and all that kind of shit. That was funny. I'm sorry. Even Phaedra thought it was fucking funny. But that whole robot read, and I'm like, tell them how late you were and why she was so fucking pissed off. Anyway, Nene was talking about how she'll never be her friend again. But then talking about, I don't have no hate for her and her afro. Shade. Fucking shade that don't need to be thrown. Then they, they talked about Kenya because Candy was like, I don't know what was your beef with her. And she was like, oh, now you acting dumb. Nobody knows what your beef was. You was just mad because she was getting shine on the goddamn show. But they talked about how Apollo lied on Kenya. And then here comes fucking Nene talking about, I think Apollo lied about lying. Why are you keeping this shit going? Now Phaedra over there looking fucking side-eye and shit because of what fucking Nene said or whatever. And it's just stupid. Just shade, fucking shade. Just keeping shit going. Peter and Apollo talk or whatever. And Apollo just be trying to spill all the fucking beans now. He was talking about how Phaedra used to be down for him and how when he got out the last time and was sleeping in the projects on the air mattress, Phaedra was coming to see him. And he don't know this Phaedra now and she's not being supportive and all that kind of stuff. He kind of playing a victim, talking about he don't know how he got there and all this kind of stuff. Motherfucker, could you was stealing people money. That's how you got there. But I get what he's saying about Phaedra. But I'm saying, nigga, she got this fame. She ain't finna let that go for you. She ain't no ride or die chick wife loyal to her vows for you. And you should have knew that. And just like Peter said, Phaedra knew all this shit and what she was getting into before she got with Apollo. But like I said, she's on TV now. People know who she is and all that kind of stuff. She can't be associated with you. All of the vows went straight out the motherfucking window. Sorry, Apollo. It happens sometimes. Sometimes bitches is just as raggedy as dudes. I'm just saying. So, then he was talking about, they were talking about the Kenya lie and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end, he gonna say, you think she'll come see me? Motherfucker, don't nobody want you. You gonna be in there seeing Bubba them. That's who the only person you need to be seeing. Anyway, at the end, Candy and Kenya meet up or whatever. They kickboxing. And then, all of a sudden, Candy bringing up, because, Candy always got to bring up the gossip. She brings up the whole little thing or whatever, and the whole Apollo situation, because she wants to apologize. She feel like, if the other girls don't want to apologize, she needs to apologize. So she goes and apologizes to her. But the way, I'm like, this is not the time or the place. You got all these motherfuckers in the background being nosy, listening to the conversation. This wasn't the time or the place, Candy. But I get that you want to apologize to the girl. So she apologized, talking about, Phaedra and Apollo was her friend. She wasn't trying to take sides, but, they was her friends. And she apologized for, believing in a lie. So, you know, Kenya accepted that, and then Candy, being messy, bringing up drama, keeping the drama going, brings up Nene and Portia feel like Apollo lied about a lie. So now Kenya's all up in her feelings, going off like, why the fuck is Nene hating me? Why is she doing this? She was like, fuck them. She just got pissed off and had every right. So she cried, walked off in the bathroom, just going off in her feelings as she should be, because these bitches keep slandering her name after, regardless of Apollo lied about a lie, he vindicated her name. Leave it at that. If you don't want to fuck with her, you don't want to fuck with her. But to just keep on going, it's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Nene. And Nene needs to keep a story going so she can be a part of the bullshit. And then play like she too grown and too rich for the shit after she put her little sprinkle on it and kept the shit going. That's all I gotta say for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 7, Episode 4. It was a really boring episode. I just had to come in and do a video. So, about to go take my kids to school, go get my nails done, and I'll talk to you guys later for Real Love and Hip Hop Hollywood tonight. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Xbox Live. I do everything by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I'll talk to you guys in another video. Peace out.